All right, welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to be removing the blank modules of my MSB Cascade, and we're gonna install the new modules I just ordered to elevate the sound, of course, of my system, the performance of my sound system. But before I get started, in case you do not know, I have a brand new private Facebook group. The group is growing really fast. If you want to see more additional content than what I post here on YouTube, make sure you look in the description of this video, click the link, and then you could be added to my Facebook group, okay? But anyway, why don't we get started and unplug the MSB Cascade. As you know, this is my go-to DAC. I was very impressed by this DAC back in my room in Florida. I actually have a review. In case you haven't seen it, I encourage you to watch my review of the Cascade. It should not be a secret that I am back with this DAC all over again. In case you need to know, what I have been using is I've been using this crappy RCA cable in order to feed this DAC a signal from this Lumen U1, which is up for sale on my website, jaysaudiolab.com, if you're interested, okay? And I am using some Shunyata Sigma power cables at the moment. And so let's go through the motions. Let's see what this is about. Let's replace some modules, shall we? All right, let's do this. MSB Cascade right here. All right, so as you can see, it has some blank modules. We're gonna be replacing them right now. All right, so what do we have here? As you can see right now, we have these three spaces right here that are blank, and it only came configured with the these inputs, which are the optical and the coaxial. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're simply gonna remove, and look how simple this is. Turn this up and up. Now all three modules right now are completely unlocked, okay? So now you look what I do. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. Very simple. And that leaves you the space that you need to insert the upgraded modules that I bought for the unit. So we're gonna start with this module, which is very important. If you ever have an MSB DAC, you gotta have this module. I'm telling you right now, if you don't have this module, you're not listening to this unit the way it should be. Okay, maybe I should have gotten a knife. All right. And it comes with the optical, fiber optic cable, right? And then a brand new module. This is the module. Now, if you want to know what the prices are on these things, I encourage you to call your dealer or visit their website, msbtechnology.com. So this is the module for the USB, okay? This is where your music server would connect right here. On the other end, you have the optical connection. That plugs into this, and then this end will plug into the back of your MSB, into the module that we still have to insert, which we're gonna do right now. Pro USB module, and you can choose any spot you want. There's no like order in which they need to go. So you kind of just take a peek inside, you lift this up, right? You gotta pull this back out like this, and then you slowly insert it. It should snap into place. You should see it. So now, it should snap into place like that. There you go. And now we have inserted the Pro USB module. So now let's work on the next module. Okay, this module right here is the network module, okay? This is what you're gonna use for like your ROON streaming and stuff like that. This is a very important module too. In case you don't have a music server, then all you need is to buy this. Okay, and that essentially opens you up to the possibility, the additional connection actually, which is the Ethernet connection right there. Okay, and so now it's the same thing. You choose where you're gonna go with this, lift this up. Remember, you gotta keep this up. There you go. And it falls into place. Look. Now we have the renderer, Ethernet connection, and we have the Pro USB module with a fiber optic cable. It appears that I made a mistake and I ended up ordering the same connection all over again, which is already here. So we're gonna insert back a blank module. So there you have it, all right? So now you're looking at it, that's how it looks. All right, guys, so we're gonna place it back in here. It's pretty simple, and we're gonna make our connections all over again. So now we're gonna connect the Ethernet connection on the back of the unit. All there. And here's the Pro USB module. We're gonna make that connection right this second. And this is gonna get me ready for when I have a music server here, the unit will be ready to go. It's booting up right now. All right, so there you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is play a song that doesn't get a big copyright strike here on YouTube, just to kind of give you guys my initial reaction after doing this network renderer for the MSB Cascade DAC. If you're liking this type of content, folks, you know what to do, right? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's the only way you let me know that you want more of this type of stuff, right? Real, raw, you know, go through the motions with me from the beginning of me putting these modules on the MSB Cascade DAC to now sitting down and giving you my opinion on what I'm hearing as far as what changed, sonically speaking, by going from the Lumen U1, which is a very affordable streamer, right? It's a really good piece, to be frank with you. But now using the MSB's built-in module, the module that you can actually order separately, okay? And that's what we're gonna do right now. So I'm gonna give you guys my feedback. Let's see if you can get a good feeling for what's going on here. Oh, wow. The vocals are just so much better now. My gosh. Man. You married music, man. I just, man. Ballerina, you must have seen her. Something needs to be said about playing with an ultra high-end sound system. Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my hand. Jesus freaks. I gotta say what Elton John just said. Jesus. The difference here is just day and night from what I heard through the Lumen U1 using a coaxial cable. It's just a whole new dimension of music. The stage is deeper. To be frank with you, and I'm gonna be really straight up with many of you, okay? I'm not gonna bullshit anybody here. When I connected my system a few days ago, I was listening to the system and man, the mid-range just fucking wasn't happening. The mid-range here, you know, right around this area, it was just kind of scrambled, kind of diffused. I'm here thinking, man, what could be the problem? So I started moving the Martins back and forth. And I know, listen, I understand the floor has a lot to say with what I'm hearing. So I understand the floor is not helping the speakers. I totally understand that. But I was like, I just don't remember the Martins sounding that way. And I got a room that's pretty damn good, right? So I started playing around, with different cables and this and that, right? Kind of doing what I can. I know I need to buy a rug, and I made a video about my need to buy a quality rug, okay? And it's important that I do that, but they're taking too long right now. They're saying 20 weeks to get a shaggy wool rug, okay, of a size 17 by 12 or 18 by 12 would work as well. It's so difficult to get these things. I thought they would take 10 days, but anyway, they're taking like 20 weeks. They're telling me 20 weeks by the time I see a rug here. We're talking Thanksgiving here, guys. That's a long time from now. And so it doesn't make sense for me to bring someone that's gonna come and measure the room and set up the system for me to help me with this when I don't have the right rug. I gotta have the right rug. That's like you having worn out tires, right? And then taking your car to get your tires balanced when you know you got new tires coming next week. Why would you balance the tires that you have that are worn out? Shouldn't you just wait until the new ones arrive, put them on, and then get a balance? That's kind of the same thing. Me having someone, come out here and help me tune the system, right, and set up everything without the rug. I do a disservice. It's a waste of money at that point. So I gotta get the rug that I need for the room. But let me get back to the video. So for a little bit, I was like, damn, what's going on with the system? It just doesn't seem to be like, firing on all cylinders. To be frank, yes, I understand even the electrical is, it's new. We have 8-gauge wire, if you remember, pure copper inside of a conduit, which I have to say, zero hissing, zero anything through my tweeters. Amazing. I'm in love with what I'm hearing. So that said, I wasn't happy. But I was thinking, man, it's the floor. The floor really is hurting me here, right? So all of a sudden, I do this change. Mid-range is like, bam, dead center, like a freaking target in the middle. The sound stage now starts to travel behind me, behind the back, over my head, washing over my shoulders. So I'm hearing everything now that I'm accustomed to hearing. So that goes to show you how much more a room lets you hear. Okay, many of you are doing what you can, right, when it comes to your rooms, your flex spaces, where you have a living room, where you have, a family room plus a home theater. And I understand you can only do so much, but I cannot reinforce this point. What the room does for your system is something that you cannot even put a number as far as a percentage, because it is so much, it doesn't even make sense. This room just now demonstrated to me that I'm gonna start hearing every single thing even that much better, that much clearer, that much cleaner. So I'm beyond happy. Needless to say, I like what I just heard. That renderer module from MSB just blew my mind. And now I'm curious to hear that Pro USB module connected into the Tyco Olympus, which is a $95,000 music server. I am a dealer for it, so if you want a Tyco Olympus, I have one available, brand new seal, no waiting period, ready to ship to you. Let me know, okay? Send me a message, go to my website. So that Tyco has not even been unpacked, my piece, okay? So I have two of them. One is for the room, and another one that I have to sell that's available for sale, brand new. And I'm gonna tell you, the reason why I became a Tyco dealer was because I was in love with the Select 2 plugged into a Tyco Extreme. I mean, I just cannot unhear what I heard back in my room in Florida when I connected those two together. The synergy was just mind-boggling. Could not get off my couch. And so I am just little by little starting to assemble the system, one step at a time. I still have stock power cords on these amplifiers. And there is a reason for that, because I want to hear each variable, one variable at a time, so that I'm able to gauge, did I hear a difference? Did I not hear a difference? And continue to fine tune. Eventually, we're gonna get the Martins under footers, which is gonna lock in the bass even better. Right now, they are approximately 10 feet away from the listening spot. Okay, and the tweeters are approximately 9 feet apart. The distance from tweeter to sidewall is about 3.6 feet, okay? Equilateral, same distance from the left wall and right wall to each speaker. And from the rear wall, they're approximately about 4.5 feet from here to the back wall, okay? From the tweeter to the back wall, they're both about 4.5 feet. Now again, this is just a starting baseline. The speakers may not even end up there. They may end up more into the room, closer to the rear wall or side walls. I have no clue. Okay, but you guys are gonna be part of this. You're gonna be in for a great ride, better than the production I did in Florida. I promise you. I'm gonna have 3 tripods here at all time. You're gonna get just a lot more quality content because I came here to Texas to do that, to elevate my game. You see it right now in these walls. You see the beautiful layout. You see the beautiful room. Okay, and expensive camera systems, lighting, everything. My production value will go higher. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned for more.